Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully all of you are doing well out there. I'm, of course, your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Challenger, a Tier 7 British tech tree tank destroyer that will be soon receiving a buff in Update 7.4, and that's also the same to be said for the Charioteer. Now, I don't know exactly what the buffs are going to be, if it's going to be penetration, which I'd kind of guess, but at the same time, I don't understand why Wargaming would buff the pen on a vehicle that has already got 231 and 265, so I honestly have no clue what they would be planning to buff for the Challenger. Or maybe DPM, but it's already a pretty solid vehicle, and that's what I wanted to talk about in today's video. I had a couple people telling me that this tank was really bad, and I was like, you know what, I've never played it. I'm going to test it out, and I'm going to formulate my own opinion on the tank, and honestly, I really am enjoying it. It's built kind of on like a longer Comet hull, as you can see here, so it's a very long tank, and it doesn't have literally any armor. But one nice thing, of course, is that on provisions, you have Spall Liner, which takes away 20% of all high explosives. So when you're shooting at a vehicle like the 4005 at tier 10, if you deal 400 average damage, HE, of course, is going to do 500 for most tanks, but 520% is 400, so you're just getting shot like a normal shell. So the nice thing is, for a Challenger, is that when you're shot, it's kind of just like a normal shell as it is with high explosive, and it saves you from being one-shot from vehicles like the SU-152, the Smasher, a lot of these big-hitting tanks that normally rip you to pieces. The Challenger really doesn't have that issue, something that's very nice. Now, the good things about the Challenger, first of all, it has a very deadly gun. This is the same gun I think actually you find on the, I think it is the Churchill game carrier you would find this gun mounted on, which is kind of funny just when you think about it. But it's got a great gun. It's got 230 millimeters of standard pen if you are running calibrated, which of course is going to pen through everything at tier 6 and tier 7, and also the premium at 265 should pretty much get through all tier 8 you're as well aiming at. Not only that, but you can see it's got fantastic mobility, kind of stuttering on my words here, but it's got fantastic mobility, easily getting up to its top speed of 53 kilometers per hour. If you run on that speed boost, it's going to go up to 60 kilometers per hour. So it's also an extremely mobile tank. It really has a lot of good things going for it. But as I said, it just is a very large target, which is its main weakness. But it's also got 10 degrees of gun depression, I'm pretty sure. You can see there, yes. So it's got very nice gun depression. I also think the tank looks pretty dang cool. It's just a nice looking design in general. So we got a lot of tanks off to the side, as you can see over there. And I want to be kind of careful on where I do push, because I don't have a lot of hit points, but I do have enough mobility to kind of get myself out of a tricky situation if I do get my my situation pretty bad in the first place. And there you go. Nice shot into the SU-152. Doesn't look like he's going to push forward, so we can put on our adrenaline here, try and get another nice snap into the side. So we've already taken off half of that SU-152's hit point pool, and he's not liking it too much, I can tell you that. So we got the KV-3 off to the side here as well. Doesn't look like we're able to get a shell into the side of him as of right now, but that is completely fine, because now we've got a tank like the KV-2. Let's go right for that track wheel if we can. No, it's a little bit off, but that's fine, because as long as he just kind of sits out in the open, we should be able to get another shell into him. So let's just fire again. So that's again. There you go. Perfect tracking shot. That's what we wanted in the first place. And we've already done about 1,100 hit points worth of damage. Pretty respectable amount for a tier 6 game so far. And now we can use that speed boost this vehicle does get. Of course, it's got that fantastic speed. So now I'm able to boost right up into top speed, of course. Get a nice shot into like this Panther M10 for 225. We should be able to get one more into him, but at the same time, don't want to necessarily be hit by some of these bigger shells. So let's get one into the Hellcat. Back in the cover as quickly as possible here. The KV-3 is the biggest issue, to be honest. I'm not sure if he's going to try and rush me, but we're going to find out here. There's no way other than that, so let's just go down here. Hopefully he's going to miss his shot, but even if he doesn't, I am not a one-shot necessarily for him, and he has to try and hit me, which he probably will, to be fair, but we're just driving away. Haha, he missed. Yes. That is how we do it here. So now I'm just going to drive away and use that good mobility this tank, of course, carries. So that's a good example of how to get yourself out of a very tricky situation, but that was more luck, to be fair. If any decent player was there, they would have easily hit me and easily penned me as well. But we got the KV-2, finish him off. I needed to finish him off as well. We've also got the Hellcat off to the behind us here. Let's get one nice shot into that Hellcat back up before he's able to get a second shell in. In fact, because he did just miss us there, we should be able to get one more shell in on that Hellcat. Nice roll for 307. Back up in the safety once again here. And, yeah, there you go. That's what I thought, Hellcat. Doesn't look like you want to push too aggressive on me anymore. Why is that, buddy? So there's a nice shot into you. Nice tap into the KV-3. That Hellcat's still not looking like he wants to push as aggressive anymore. We might be able to tap another. There you go. Another nice tap into that KV3. You can see where that 250 average damage actually comes into play quite a bit because it does slap. Like, that's hurting that KV3 a very, very large amount. And the KV3 right now is... he's missing my teammate, which of course is good for me. That means that if he pulls up again, another nice snap into the KV3. There you go. I don't even think we're detected, to be honest. If the Hellcat fires, which he just did, means that that guy, well, intentionally rammed him, I guess. Wasn't the best of ideas, but I'll wait for this KV3 to shoot at my teammate. There you go. Nice bounce there. And let's aim in. There's one nice shot into the KV3. And, of course, we do have enough average damage to finish this guy off. So let's aim in a shell right at the side. And goodbye. So already a fantastic battle, showing really all the strengths that this vehicle does have. It was a lot of damage dealt in this battle. 3,600 damage out here. And we should be able to finish off this M6. I'm even going to load premium rounds. I'm not sure why I have 30 premium rounds loaded. I just realized that. We're going to fix that after this. But using that mobility, we should be able to spot this M6. He might be off into this corner. We're going to load premium still. I don't know where he went. It's a very tall tank, so it's quite surprising when he's able to get this far away from us. But honestly, no clue where the guy went. Hello, where are you, my comrade? Would you like to spot? We are a one-shot for him, so, you know what? There you go. Quick reflexes. As you can see, that penetration, again, is able to cut through pretty much any frontal armor. So, that was a nice game. 3,700 damage dealt. Probably a mastery, to be fair. Yep. There you go, a mastery. And, haha, I just cannot complain for how solid this tank is when you do get it in a pretty good scenario. Now, of course, that was very lucky that I was able to get out of that situation in the first place. I knew how to use the tank correctly, and that's one thing is that a lot of newer players that are running this tank are going to struggle. And that's why I figured, you know what, I'm going to make a video reviewing it so you can see my personal playstyle. So, of course, if you enjoyed today's type of video and you want to see more like it, please make sure to consider smashing that subscribe button down below, especially because we're halfway there and through the video already. But here we go. What are we up against? We got an Annihilator, a Gravedigger, two very deadly tanks, SU-152, another very deadly one against us, and a tank that I'd actually say is very similar to us is a T-25-2. That tank is, I'd say the reason it's similar is in the way the gun works. It's got not a lot of armor, but it's got good mobility. But the issue with the T-25-2, of course, is that it gets absolutely demolished when HE shells are being fired at it, where this one doesn't really have that issue. You can see here I use that speed boost to get in the position very quickly. Now we are pretty much on par with the light tanks in mobility, and we're just going to slowly turn our tank. It is a tank destroyer, so not the best traverse speed, and well, you can see tank destroyers really struggle with that turret traverse. It's something that they will never have a good number of, but you know what, we're making our way up this hill. I kind of play it like a medium, to be fair, because it's got good alpha for a tier 7 tank destroyer that's got decent hit points. You know, a light tank has got very similar HP as it is at the tier. If we're able to catch mediums out in the open, they're obviously going to fall apart very, very quickly to a vehicle like this. So I'm trying to see if the enemy mediums, what do they have? They got a VK and a T-3045 are over to the side, but judging that they're not detected here, that is, of course, very good for me, because now we can push our tank into, oh, maybe not, maybe not. We got the VK spotted right there. Let's get a nice penetration into the side of his tank, and now we can start maybe trying to shoot people like the Gravedigger, the Annihilator off to the side. So there's one nice penetration into the side of the Annihilator. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get another out, but that's already a pretty nice amount of damage we've dealt at 500 out in the first couple of seconds. So we've got the Annihilator looking like he wants to push aggressive once again. Let's get another, ooh, ricocheting the side of his turret. That is that's quite unfortunate for me. We also got that 3485 making his way all the way up that hill, which, ooh, this gun is not currently liking me, I can tell you that. So not sure if that 3485 is going to back all the way up, but you know what? No, he's not bouncing this one. There you go. Nice shot into the side of him, and I'm not sure if he's going to pull up any further, but that's fine with me, because we can start to try and get shots into the side of the Gravedigger. Ooh, that one did not go through. The biggest issue is I think that Annihilator is actually trying to get me. I can't guarantee that, but you can see that it looks like he's heading towards this side of the map, which is not something that I necessarily want. So I got to be careful here. The Annihilator will, as it says in the title, annihilate me, and that Lycan just got he got kind of wrecked as well. We got the SU-152 off to the side. We could have fired an HE, but we're just going to fire standard shells. So the SU-152's HP pool is being absolutely drained. We're going to take a blind shot here as well. Not sure if he's still sitting there. No, he is not. We also got the T-29 here. You can see when you are able to get an advantageous position like this, how deadly your vehicle becomes. But we're going to back up before that SU-152 is able to get a big slapping HE into the side of my tank. So the Annihilator, not really going to deal with him, to be honest. There's no point for me to try to, because I can't really do much. We've got the T-29 off to the side. Let's aim in a shell at the cupola. Actually, we could just fire at the side. There you go. Nice tap into the side of the T-29's hull. Very nice amount of damage as well. And, oh, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get another out. My team is kind of falling apart here. They're kind of sweating this situation. But we are going to try the best to support them. So let's push up here quite aggressive. Let's put on that mobility as well. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to spot that T-34-85, but at least my Black Prince was able to finish off that guy over there. We've got the T-29 off to the side, aiming in, and fire. Nice tap there for 238. Looks like that Annihilator as well changed positions here. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to hit him. Let's aim in on the roof of his turret. Oh, of course. All 3 shells going directly into my tank. Just what I love, right? So you can see where the tank is good and it's bad because, again, that armor, very weak. It's going to fall apart pretty much instantly against any of the opponents, but at the same time, we've got a very nice reload. So we're able to shoot a tank like the T-29, and that was the T-25-2 that ended up hitting me there. I was like, what the heck hit me? But yeah, that would be a T-25-2 that did hit me there. I just want to pray that I'm not spotted right now because we're going to try and cross a very delicate situation to get behind this Annihilator, put on our adrenaline here, and start slapping shells up the butt of him. So there's one nice shot into the rear of the Annihilator. Not able to penetrate HE, but because he did fire his clip off, we're able to get a second shell in, and we should be able to reload one more in as well here. So let's get that shell in, and there you go. There goes a big whopping amount of that guy's hit points. So yeah, the Annihilator, he's not doing too well anymore. We got the T-25-2 off. Oh, it bounced on the side. We did the best we could there, as you can see. And you know what? This Black Prince, hopefully, is going to be able to shoot the guy. But either way, it was a good game. You can see that the gun, it struggles occasionally to get out the easy shots. But you know what? Nice shot from the MT-25 there. If this Black Prince and the MT work correctly here, come on, MT, I believe in you. Just pen your shot. Perfect. And we came out with the victory still. So a little bit of a risky move there to try and shoot that T-25 too. But I figured, you know what? It was worth it to take the risk. And we came out the victory with, again, 2,800 damage. So you can see the Challenger is a little bit challenging to run, pun intended. Yes, I know, my jokes are awful, but you can see it is a little bit challenging to run in certain scenarios. That battle there, it's very tricky. I lost literally about 60% of my HP in one mistake where I thought the Challenger really couldn't see my turret. But I made a mistake there, but we still were able to do good, get out a lot of damage, and that's where this tank just really does a good job, is that gun has got such a nice amount of damage. They might buff the DPM on it too, which is very nice. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below of this vehicle. For the 4005, by the way, it's a good tank, honestly. I can't say it's necessarily the best because it's very tricky for newer players to run. In fact, one of the hardest tanks to win currently in Blitzen. The Conway's fantastic, the Charioteer's fantastic, the Challenger, in my personal opinion, is great, and even the Sherman Firefly carries a 17-pounder dealing 171 millimeters of standard pen. So all the tanks in the line are great, just the tier 10's a little iffy in the current meta of Blitz. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, but other than that, hopefully all of you are doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.